What up, man? It's Vash SMP. Talking about Akame got killed, chapter 56. I was actually spoiled to the shit like a few days ago. It might have been sometime last week. I was sent some like stills or some pictures or whatever, and it wasn't all of them. It was just like, I think it was only 5 of them, and it was just highlighting various points. The only thing I saw in the beginning was I saw mine just like laying down in the bed, and I thought, I was like, okay, she looked dead in the face. I saw TATSUMI'S eye. That's the one thing I did see. I saw the collision page. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. Cause all you kind of see was it's kind of like something happened like that, so I didn't know what the fuck it was. I didn't get the build up to lead into what it was. And then I saw Prime Minister Honest. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I really saw. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't heavily spoiled, but it was a little bit of a spoiler type of shit. And at this point now, it's like, what, like 4 or 5 chapters left. I really don't give a fuck. It's probably more than that, but I really don't care. Like, this dude been sending me these shits since like I did like what, chapter like 53 or some shit like that, and he just kept doing it. So I really, at this point, I really don't care. Even when the episodes would come on or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't review it for like that day or whatever, he would just send me everything about the episode. So at this point, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get mad, but it's just like, the series is gonna end. If you want to go ahead and just spoil it for me up until that point, I really don't care. You can go ahead and do that shit. But the chapter was cool though, man. I thought Budo's death was like, it was, I can't say it was anticlimactic because it was a sort of, I mean, that was the climax of the chapter. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that it was like, honestly, I would have felt that his death would have been better if he had been the one to kill LeBuck. If he had killed LeBuck and then after this he died, I would have been like, okay, that's slightly more satisfying because he didn't technically do anything to anybody in Night Raid. You know what I mean? Like, he technically didn't do anything. So I'm just kind of like, I don't really hate him. You know what I'm saying? He's a badass dude. He's a part of the opposition, but I don't really hate him. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, if he had killed maybe one member of Night Raid, then I would have been like, okay, that's that. You know what I'm saying? Because like his death was responsible for Susanoo's death. You know what I'm saying? Her men were responsible, you know what I'm saying, for the death of Bulat. So you just kind of like, you know, you can kind of hate her character. I don't, but you can kind of hate her character. You know what I'm saying? So I would just like Budo dying the way that he died. You know what I'm saying? Without technically having done anything to any member of Night Raid, I was just kind of like, you know. Tatsumi being poisoned, that really shocked me. I wasn't expecting that. I was wondering why when he touched it, you know what I'm saying, he kind of moved back, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was wondering what that shit was all about, but apparently it was poisoned, and does that mean he's gonna die from being poisoned? Because if so, I would gladly accept that over him being killed by giant robots and shit. I would gladly accept that, because that anime. But yeah, man, like, he's poisoned. I wasn't expecting that either. He technically has been poisoned because there were poison barbs wrapped around in Crucio, the sword, the hilt of the sword, or whatever. So I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? He's poisoned, and is that why his eye stayed in like that in Crucio eye? Is it because like he's technically like, because of the poison, it's melded with him now? Because I was confused as to why his eye was stuck like that. You know what I'm saying? And is it the Incrucio that's changing his personality? Because he had like a murderous intent, you know what I'm saying, when they left the scene. I was just like, wow, this dude looks like he wants to murder everyone. And that's kind of, ooh, you know. Mine is in a coma, I'm assuming. She's in a comatose sort of state. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's dead because, you know, when members of, you know, of Akame got killed die, it's never ambiguous. It's always just kind of like, yeah, he's dead. It was never ambiguous, so why would they start it with her? I know that mine is probably the creator's favorite character, I can tell, because she's still around. She shouldn't be, but I think mine is a dude's favorite character, you know what I'm saying? So she's probably going to live. She's probably going to survive in the end, but as of now, she's not going to be able to fight anymore. That's what I'm assuming. And it's kind of sad because I'm kind of like, okay, if she lives, if she had died, you know what I'm saying, if she eventually dies, then I can safely say that Tatsumi will probably die too. But if she lives, I just can't see her living and then Tatsumi dying. You know what I mean? I just can't see that shit. I mean, it could happen, but I just can't see it because of their relationship. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't see it, you know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was never a fan of mine. Still not. So, you know what I mean? I just can't honestly see what's happening with her character, man. Like I said, I don't think she's dead right now. I think that she is really in a comatose state. Something was weird with her eyes, though. It kind of looked like she was blind. I don't know what that means because they kind of, you know how like in in anime or whatever, the eyes kind of like dilate and just flatten out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, why does she look like that? So she might be dead. I highly doubt it because it was too ambiguous. It just kind of said, mine is out of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that she's dead because if she was dead, it would have been like, you know what I'm saying? It would have made a reference to her dying. You know what I'm saying? Like the fallen such and such. It would have been something like that, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I was really I'm thinking that she's really just in a comatose state. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the chapter was cool. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was funny that Ed's death was hit one time, like the fucking stomach, and she had never been hit before, so they kind of just took her out of the fight forever. And she loves Tatsumi even more now because he punched her in the stomach, so that was kind of weird. That shit made me laugh actually because the whole time I was like, where the fuck is Ed's death? Why did she just disappear? You know what I'm saying? But she had never been punched before. So the sensation, the feeling of that resonated within her, and she just kind of just sat there and just took it for the most part. So let me know what you guys think about Akame Got Killed, chapter 56. And to the guy who sends me the spoilers, if you get them even earlier, send them to me. If you got chapter 57 right now, go ahead and send it to me. It's cool. Vash Stampede, go.